Senate Resolution 29, strongly encouraging Monongahela Power Company to purchase Pleasance Power Station.
Senator from Pleasance.
Mr. President, I request unanimous consent that the resolution be taken up for immediate consideration, committee reference be dispensed with, and the resolution be put upon its adoption.
Is there objection? Chair hears none. The clerk will read the resolution.
Senate Resolution 29, strongly encouraging Monongahela Power Company to purchase Pleasance Power Station.
Question is on adoption of the resolution. Is there discussion? Senator from Pleasance.
Thank you, Mr. President. Pleasance Power Station is the economic lifeblood of my home county of Pleasance. The station stands today as the single largest taxpayer in the state's fifth smallest county. The plant has and hopefully will continue to serve as a foundational pillar of the local business community, providing over $125 million in economic impact to the Mid-Ohio Valley and over $400 million to the state of West Virginia. Pleasance Power directly provides family-sustaining employment for 154 individuals and is a catalyst for hundreds of additional jobs throughout the region and state. Last year, the power station consumed over 3 million tons of West Virginia coal from mines located in Marshall, Ohio, and Marion counties, providing for the employment of hundreds of West Virginia coal miners. The plant's of 1,300 megawatts of coal-fired capacity, provides fuel-secure base load power capable of powering over 880,000 homes. Pleasance County, like many locations throughout our great state, has seen its share of economic strife caused by plant closures. The county has seen 3 major industrial facilities shuttered over the years and cannot afford to lose another. The plant's towers have stood prominently now for 44 years, dominating the skyline of the Ohio Valley. They stand today as a symbol of economic strength and grid stability for the same region. The loss of Pleasance Power would leave a mark on its host community. The job losses created by such a closure stands to rip the social fabric that binds our community together. I urge you today to join me and vote for the passage of this resolution, to support the call from Mon Power to purchase Pleasance Power Station and preserve the jobs and tax base that provides for so many throughout the state of West Virginia. I urge your support.
Is there further discussion? Senator from Marion.
Thank you, Mr. President. I strongly encourage support of the resolution. I thank the senator for being the lead sponsor on it. I come from a community that had a little power station that got closed, and it was devastating to that little town. It was absolutely devastating. They're really running on a wing and a prayer now since that plant has closed. A lot of the guys that I represented, Mr. President, when I worked for the mine workers, worked at the mines that supplied this power station with coal. I think the senator said 3 million tons of West Virginia coal a year go to that power station. So it's more than just a few jobs to operate the facility. It's the ancillary jobs that count too, and that could come up into the hundreds, maybe 1,000 with the loss of that plant. So I hope First Energy / Mon Power decides to purchase this, and I thank her once again for introducing the resolution.
Senator from Tucker.
Thank you, Mr. President. I also stand in support of the resolution. There's a lot of talk about the economic stability in the area, which is true. It creates and keeps a lot of good paying jobs in that area. And like the gentleman from Marion, we lost a power plant in Preston County in around 2011, somewhere in there. And it was devastating to the economy, not only the businesses, but the school boards. But I think what most people don't realize is what we lose with grid stability every time we shut one of these power plants down. As we had a presentation in Energy here a few weeks ago where we brought PJM in and the power companies, and during that 4 days of cold spell during Christmas, the PJM grid almost crashed because of having trouble getting power to the grid because of the extreme cold weather, the gas lines freezing up, and residential customers taking gas off the main lines. But, and they also said if it wouldn't have been for the coal power plants that was online and ramped up, that it would have crashed. And this is what we're heading to. Every time we shut down one of these coal power plants, we put our grid at risk. And it seems like nobody cares about it or even is worried about it, not only in the country or this state. But I'm telling you, I'm not a prophet or anything like that, not claiming to be a prophet. But one of these days, we're going to live to regret what we've did with these power plants. And I mean, I know it's, you know, they're always talking about the science. Well, the science is that America burns their coal and gas power plants both cleaner than any country in the world. We mine our coal here. We can't use it here, so we ship it to China or India or Russia or any foreign country. And most of these countries burn it without any regulations whatsoever. So it's just, it's part of this woke movement. You know, they talk science all the time, but they're not really practicing the science. But I appreciate the lady introducing this. I know it's important to her district. And to be honest with you, it's important to all of our districts because this power is produced and is put in onto the grid. And you know, with that being said, I urge support of SR 29. Thank you, Mr. President.
Is there further discussion? If not, the question for the Senate is adoption of the resolution. Roll call has been demanded by the Senator from Monongalia. Is the demand sustained? The demand is sustained. All those in favor will vote yea. Those opposed will vote nay. The clerk shall prepare the machine. Has every member voted? Has every member voted? If so, the clerk close the machine to ascertain the results on this question. 33 yeas, 0 nays, 1 absent, not voting. More than a majority of those elected and voting. I declare the resolution adopted.